Welcome back, everybody. So glad you could be here with me today. Walter here with some progress to report. I trimmed the horizontal tops to the trestles to length and I notched them. Very simple notch. You can make this notch on the table saw. You can make this notch partially on the bandsaw. You can make this notch totally by hand. It's all up to you. It's 2 saw curves and chop out the waste. So those are done. That's one, and this is the other. Then the other part is the receiving part, the vertical, and how I chose to do that, because I have the tenoning jig, I chose to use the tenoning jig while the blade was set at 1 inch to cut the notch. We cut 2 cuts in the vertical with the tenoning jig, and I'll chisel out the waste. This is what we're looking to end up with. Okay? This is what we're looking to end up with. And this will not be glued. It'll get a pin in there so that in the future you can knock out the pin, knock out the top rail, make a new top rail if you damage the top rail with a saw or whatever. A lot of what I'm showing you here is based on both a combination of hand tools and machines, because I'm using what I have and I'm using what I can do at this current time. Now, so what I do is I take my square and I put it across the waist. I take my knife, I set it on the mark that I want to remove the waste, and I make a knife wall. Okay? A couple of light cuts, then a couple of heavier cuts. I did that on all 4 of these, and so that's 8 sides. Now, in this instance, need a little extra room. I don't want to be banging on this outside. Let's get rid of this too. I want to be on the meat of the table saw here. Okay. So very simply, you take your chisel and you come out about 1 millimeter or 2 away from your knife line. You go vertical, give it a light tap. Then you come out about 1/8 of an inch to 1/4, and you remove that waste. Then you go back down, you remove the waste. Back down, remove the waste. Now, some people would say, why not just chisel the waste away? Well, it's a lot like in cutting dovetails. You want to keep support out here so that when I flip it over and I work from this side, this wood has purchase on the table or on the workbench or on the table saw or whatever you want. So now I turned it over. I will do the same thing. About a 1/16 of an inch or so, millimeter or two. Light tap. Move out just a little bit. Flick the waste out. Tap, tap. Rinse and repeat. Now, point of interest, and I don't know if you already know this, but due to the bevel on the chisel, if you were to go directly in the finished knife line, that bevel will want to push the chisel back into it and you'll get an incorrect shoulder. So you come out a little bit and it pushes the waste out in this direction, and you come out a little further, push, and then come down and it brings the waste out. So your bevel is a mechanical fulcrum. I guess it would be considered a fulcrum. No, it's more like a wedge. It's a wedge. Now, when I was cutting these, I left it so that they should be almost too tight to go together. Why, you ask? Well, I can always plane some more wood off, or use a compression method the Japanese use. There we go. There's my chunk of wood. If you use a compression method where you compress the wood that's going into this, it will then eventually swell up and fill up any gaps. So you leave your joint extremely tight until final assembly. You never know where you're going to take off a plane shaving or something. Now I'm going back to the knife wall, and this is where I want to hold it vertical to possibly slight undercut. And boy, oh boy, I don't know if you all can imagine how uncomfortable this is doing this all left-handed. That's just about right. Now, I'll just go in here and by hand, no mallet, just clean up a few things that I see. So I hope you're having a good day. I'm trying to fit these projects and the videos in between a lot of other things I have to do. But there you go. Vertical notch, horizontal notch, Lincoln logs. Good and tight. See that? You know you got a good and tight joint when it doesn't fall apart. So that's it, everybody. Progress. Next is the mid-rail through mortise. And unless I can come up with a better solution, I'll probably have to mark them out, lay them out, mark them, scribe them, knife wall them, and cut them by hand. There's only 4. Should be easy peasy. Any questions? I got 3 more to do. No sense having you hang around. I'll let you go, and I hope you found something useful, helpful, maybe entertaining. All right. So remember, everything I did, regardless of using the table saw, you can do by hand. And I would gladly show you that if I were set up to do it, but I'm not right now. I will be, but I'm not. And I'm not quite there yet either. It's been 6 months. Oh well. Life goes on. Like, subscribe, and share. Head out to your workshop. Go chop some mortises. Walter out.